Today, we're diving deep into the top 7 LinkedIn lead generation agencies and discovering what makes them unique and how to find the right agency to fit your needs. And if you're looking to start a LinkedIn lead generation agency, then I have some tips for you as well. Let's dive deeper into it. So, there's just two ways to do it. Either you do it yourself, hire a team, or get an agency. Let's look at the pros and cons of both. If you want to do it in an in house way, you can use a LinkedIn automation tool like Salesrobot to figure out the right decision makers to reach out to, buy a Sales Navigator subscription, write the right kind of messaging script. But if you really want to get the most benefit out of LinkedIn, it's probably best to go with an agency. If you do an in-house team, the first thing is that you'll have to pay them salaries regularly. You'll have to give them ample time to come up with the right strategies that work. You'll have to chase them to make sure that they're sending enough follow-up messages or they're using a tool like Salesrobot properly, right? So it's a massive pain. Figure this out on your own. That's why a lot of companies are now turning to lead generation agencies, figure out their entire LinkedIn lead generation process. Let's get into what to look for when hiring a LinkedIn lead generation agency. The first and foremost is a trustworthy brand presence and great reviews, right? So you should definitely check out independent review sites like G2 or Trustpilot before making the purchase, right? It's very important that you see that people are saying good things about the agency. The other thing you should look for is a professional website, right? If the website is professional, if the brand looks good, then you can trust them, right? Because they're probably doing a good job. Helpful content on the website, right? Most agencies worth their salt put out a lot of great content, a lot of free content on their website so that they can help potential customers, right? Even the ones that don't work with them, right? So it's all about educating and making sure that you're getting enough value that you can use to do this cold outreach on your own. If you don't want to work with us, that's fine. The other thing you should look for is consistent updates about the company and the product. Like if they have active social media following, if they're posting content on LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, you have an active email newsletter. If all of those are true, then you can probably trust them. The other thing you should look for is a solid portfolio of case studies, preferably video case studies, because if there's people on video and they're talking about what an awesome job they've done, they're probably awesome. And the other thing you should bear in mind, reviews and the case study should be recent, right? Because LinkedIn is a very dynamic platform. It keeps changing every other month. So old case studies are not going to cut it. And obviously dedicated customer support, right? Even if the agency is great, but they're not communicative, you'll have a frustrating time, right? So those are the areas to look for. Now let's get into my top 7 lead generation agencies. Agency number 1, of course, Salesrobot. Before that, I'll give you a bit of background, right? So Salesrobot is not your typical lead generation agency, right? We are a software tool first, and we have a background in artificial intelligence, developing the best tool on the market. So that became our secret sauce, right? It's white labeled by over, 120 marketing agencies, and we have over 3,000 people using us day in, day out. So what we really saw, even if you get the right agency, if the tool isn't great, you're not going to get great results, right? The tool might get your LinkedIn account banned, or you might be sending messages that will never convert, right? Because they're too long or they don't really work, or you're targeting the wrong people. So we inbuilt a lot of functionality into Salesrobot to help you send highly personalized messages using AI that's able to read the prospect's profile and say something unique so that the prospect can never think that this is an AI that's written the messages. It always feels like there's a human on the other end that's writing these messages, reaching out. That's why on average, Salesrobot customers are able to get 2 to 3x the response rates compared to typical lead generation agencies. The other thing that we allow is that we allow you to attach 5 LinkedIn and 5 email accounts in one Salesrobot Pro plan at $397 a month. So you're getting real value for money and you're getting great results because cold outreach is a numbers game. So if you're pushing out enough volume, then you're able to get more results. The other and the major reason why Salesrobot really outperforms the other people is because it's not just a LinkedIn lead generation agency, right? Some people are very active on LinkedIn, but some people will never log into LinkedIn, even if they have a profile, right? So you still need to chase on other channels like cold email. Salesrobot has cold email and LinkedIn functionalities built into one single platform through which it's able to chase them, right, on whatever channels they're active and get good results. And of course, our reviews speak for themselves, and you can go check out our G2 page, rated 4.8 stars out of 5. And of course, we have AI that can help send very engaging, personalized GIFs and images that make your message stand out from the crowd on the LinkedIn. Agency number 2 is Cleverly. Cleverly is a very good agency. They used to be great, but I think what happened is the founders scaled it too fast. They're working with too many customers, like over 1,000 customers, and they outsourced their entire operation, I think, to Philippines. So what has happened is, LinkedIn used to be easy, right? But LinkedIn has put in a lot of restrictions in place, and they've not really kept up with the times, right? Because they've scaled too quickly. They have a set process that they follow, but since you're reaching out to only 100 to 200 people a week, even if they have a great copywriting team, the volume simply isn't enough for them to get you great results. And that's why most of our customers actually come from Cleverly, right? They try it for like 3 months, 6 months. For example, this is a guy who's talking about some of the fake Cleverly reviews. So he says, I'm a real user working at a real company who paid for 4 months of Cleverly's lead gen service. What you read now is not a fake review. In 4 months, paying $297 a month, we got 0 leads, right? Which is typical because LinkedIn has put in the limits, right? And they're not doing anything to make sure that you get results. What we're doing instead is giving you more LinkedIn accounts through which you can get more results. I would highly suggest that anyone reading Cleverly's incredible successful customer campaign do a little research on the company leaving the review. Are they a one-man show or a legit business of at least 15 to 50 employees? Can you find that company on Google search? And can you call them and then someone picks up the phone? Pay very close attention to the tone of a review. As it claims, track the person leaving a review on Google, call that company, find them on LinkedIn, find that reviewer on LinkedIn, send them a message. Let's get real about the reviews and see the proof yourself. This is something that definitely matches my experience as well. And I'm not just saying that because I'm a competitor, but I think it's because they're doing too little outreach, right? Like just 400 to 800 connection requests a month isn't going to cut it. And they don't have multi-channel capabilities as well, right? And they don't have the advanced personalization capabilities as well. So it's an overpriced service. It used to be great because you could send 100 connection requests a day, but now you can only send 100 a week. And they've not really kept up with the times. Agency number 3 is NinjaPromo. I've only looked at it. I've not really used it, but the first of all, the pros is that they'll get to know your business and fix up your LinkedIn profile. So they offer LinkedIn profile consulting as well. They'll start campaigns made for you, just like others. And of course, they'll give you all the stats and detailed insights, which is what others do as well. But the issue is that they're not transparent with their pricing and the customer support doesn't look too good. Number 4 is Intelus. Now, Intelus is not really just a LinkedIn service. It's a virtual assistant service, right? I think they've got people in the Philippines who can come in and manage your LinkedIn account for you, right? So they do all kind of manual lead generation. At least that's what they claim, but you can never tell whether it's an automated lead gen or manual lead gen. So they schedule a meeting with you and show you that everything's set up right. They have the LinkedIn experts that are well trained to understand your needs, and they keep an eye on how things are going and tweak stuff as needed. And they say that they actually do manual engagement as well to improve the post reach, and it's simple. But the issue is that they're doing it manually, and if they're doing it manually, it's very hard to be consistent. They can possibly overlook potential opportunities or not follow up enough. There's limited outreach and the pricing is not transparent because they're hamstrung by LinkedIn's conditions of 100 people per week. Agency number 5 is Win at LinkedIn. This is, I think, a very promising agency, but the problem is that they probably won't be able to reach too many customers because of the 100 per week limit. They don't use any automation software, so they try to be more personalized, but there's obviously limits in there. Even if you have the most personalized messages, if you're only shooting out 100 bullets a week, you're probably not going to get too many results. And they can't work in your time zone, right? Because they're based in a particular geography. And I think that's the UK. So that's a problem. And they're not transparent with the pricing. Agency number 6 is going to be Pearl Lemon Needs. Now, I know D is a great guy. He used to be a customer as well. They're a B2B lead generation agency, but I now know that they've completely pivoted their operations to SEO, and that's what they focus on. They still do LinkedIn. They can help you grow their connections, but that's not their focus. So obviously they're not going to be up to date with the latest and greatest techniques around LinkedIn lead gen, and the prices are crazy expensive. They quote something like £3,000 to £10,000 per month just for one profile, and the customer support can be lacking as well, which is typical since they're focusing on too many things. Now on to the final one, Lead Cookie. They are a very good lead generation agency, but they don't focus exclusively on LinkedIn. They do both LinkedIn and email. It's pricey. It's not really built for small businesses. It's built more for enterprises. Limited personalization because of lack of AI capabilities. These guys don't really have a proprietary software in there that can do a lot of that heavy lifting. Those are the top 7 lead generation agencies with some focus on LinkedIn. So that's all from me in this video. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like this video. We've got an awesome content calendar planned out for you guys, and we'll be giving you a lot of tips around cold email and LinkedIn lead generation if you stay tuned to this channel.